Now, warning to every student, don't run away from school because you are skilled. Talent without character is disaster. And it is when you go to school and the school pass through you, that is why in the university, the certificates say, having met the requirement of what? Discipline and what? Character. All right, welcome to Crystal Education TV. I am Choose Crystal. The International Day of Education 2025, International Day of Education is celebrated every 24th of January. And this year's theme is AI and Education. AI and Education, talking about preserving human agency in a world of automation. Human agency in a world of automation. You know, AI is taking the lead, and you want to know what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, what should people do differently, how should people prepare themselves for AI. And you know, when you talk about education, yes, education today, if the learners of today understand how to deploy AI, they should be smarter. But the problem is that many of them don't know how to use it. They don't know how to use it. I say that again. Reason being that a lot of them just take advantage of it to possibly do an assignment. So these days you have smarter computer but dull brains. That is what AI is bringing on board. But how do we balance this becomes a subject of discussion, and in the coming week we shall be looking at balancing between AI and education. But for today, it played out very hilarious as we have some key comments from learners from Excel Universal Academy Excel Universal School, I beg your pardon, talking about this International Day for Education. Let's go hear what they have to say, and when I come back, we continue on the next line of thought, talking about what you think, school or skill. Which one would you go? That was coming from Seed of Glory International School. Okay, when we come back, let's go see Excel students, pupil rather, talk about International Day for Education.
Education is central to achieving sustainable development goals, which aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. My name is Mary Ojoka. Thank you. The International Day of Education is celebrated annually on January 24. My name is Victor Murphy. This year, the day is celebrated under specific theme addressing current global educational priorities and challenges. My name is Destiny Nelson. The day raises awareness of challenges such as lack of access to quality education for over 244 million children and youth worldwide. My name is Victor Moses. Thank you. Education is recognized as the key to addressing change like gender inequality. International Day of Education serves as a call to government to invest in education. My name is Lisa Nufi.
Okay, so that was it. Quite interesting, talking about the day and what it represents and what the goal is. It calls for government to invest more in education, to prioritize education. But then, talking about education, have you heard of the comment? Education as scam? Some people say schooling is scam, and young men in the society today don't understand. Some feel like leaving school. If you have the opportunity to leave school, what would you do? Drop out of school or continue schooling? I'm not going to say anything, but let's go see what Seed of Glory International School students have to say about skill or...
Good everyone, my name is Jemima Daniel. and Golden Obina. And today is the International Day for Education, which is held on the 24th of January. Let's see what students think about education or skill. Hi, hi. Okay, today is International Education Day. So we want to know, what do you prefer, education or skill?
Skill, oh, skill.
Why skill?
Because people are playing there's overpopulation in Nigeria, and you don't know what will happen. So I would prefer skill.
Okay. What about being a dropout or continuing with your education?
Being a dropout, so I say
So you
because
don't like education?
I don't like education.
Why?
I don't know what to say, but you don't know what will happen. So it's always good to you don't have to drop out, but I'll actually pick skill because you don't know what will happen in the future. Yeah.
Excuse me, good day. So today is International Education Day. So I would like to ask you, if you had the opportunity to choose between education and skills, what would you choose?
Can I choose both or I have to pick one?
Yes, pick one.
Pick one. Wow, this is a very tough choice, but I would choose education.
Why?
Because as much as skills is important, it's also good to be able to know how to read and write. Because I mean, the world is evolving and going tech, so it'll be somehow if you're among people in society and you can't read and write. So I would choose education because it helped me to converse with very smart and intelligent people and gain a lot of opportunities. But also having skills can also help me. But I think I would choose education over skills.
Okay. If you had a chance to drop out or be in school, what?
I would be in school, of course. So today is International Education Day. I want to hear your thoughts. Which one do you prefer, education or skill?
Well, it all depends. Skills is very okay. Education is still okay because through education you acquire skills. So we try to blend the two. You learn skills from school, and when you're out of school, you develop it. So the two is okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Excuse me, please. So I will ask you between skill and education, which one will you go with?
Yeah, I choose school.
School. So tell me, please, why?
I choose education because of really if you go to school now, so some people are naive. They say that you steal this from your madam, you steal this, you steal. So me, I just choose education because education is not better than school. Even though I become a school dropout, I still remember what I have. So in the future, I may still go to university. I may never know what may come in the future. So that's why I'm choosing education.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your participation.
School or skill? Which one would you go for? Now, this subject raised a very serious controversy. Why do I say so? 1,001 skilled persons out there think education is not important. But how do we balance between these two becomes the subject of our discourse. Stay with me as we delve into this case. Now, let's make a case, first of all, for formal education, which is what? Schooling. Now, what does education do for you? Education helps you to broaden your knowledge base. It broadens your knowledge base. That means that education, which is schooling, is the foundation you need to dig first. You get that? Schooling is the foundation. Knowledge is the foundation. You need to know how to read and write. Remember, one of the students said it there, that without education, you would not know how to read or write. That is, it broadens your... So school provides a well-rounded education, exposing students to a variety of subjects, enhancing critical thinking, communication, and problem-solving skill. That is what school do for you. Secondly, school gives you better career opportunity. Better career opportunity. Now, many careers such as medicine, you want to become a medical doctor, skill will not give you that, right? Otherwise, you become the quack doctors that break needle in people's body because of injection, or even nurse. You can't become a nurse by just becoming skill. No, skill will not give you that. subject like courses like law, you can become a lawyer without going to school, without schooling. Engineering, you can become an engineer without schooling. All this require formal education and specialized qualification. So you are thinking you are skilled or have interest in any of these, then you need formal education. And then thirdly, we have personal development. Personal development. Beyond skill, there is need for what? Personal development. This is what school brings. School helps you to mold your character. School helps you to mold your character, building socialization. So when you go to school, you talk about discipline, the discipline of coming early to school, the discipline of having to do your assignment, the discipline of comportment, staying at a point in order to get what you want, the discipline of socialization, knowing how to mingle with people, comes from what? Education, knowing how to network. These are all essential for personal and professional growth, and it is only available in what? In the school. And finally, without education, you cannot get global recognition. Yes, I can tell you that. Without education, you cannot get global recognition. I always tell young people, especially those who are interested in sports and music, as the case may be, a time comes in your life when talent gets to the peak and education becomes the only thing that stabilizes it. Listen, talent without character, right, is a disaster. Talent without character is what? A disaster. The reason why you go to school is to help you build character, to know how to communicate, to know how to relate with people, and without that character and personal development, you become a problem for yourself. So global recognition comes when you have the certification through schooling, through education, whether you are skilled or not. Now, that is for schooling. Now, let's make case for skills. Now, when you talk about skill acquisition, what does skill acquisition help you to get? Yes, immediate practical application. Yes, the moment you learn a skill, you don't need anybody to give you certification to practice. You just go straight, pam, and then you start practicing. Skills such as carpentering, you don't need certificate. You know how to make upholstery, you just make a good one, and then you get paid for it. Tailoring, same thing. Coding, interestingly, coding is also a skill. You know how to code, you don't need any other thing, just code and get things done. Results speak when skills are applied. Plumbing provide hands-on experience and can lead to immediate employment or entrepreneurship. This is what it does. Skill do what? Give you immediate practical application. And then I mentioned that before, the second one is financial independence. Those who are skilled, regardless of their age, can easily have what? Financial independence. So that means a skilled individual can often start earning money at an early age without the financial burden of expensive education. That is what skill brings. And unfortunately, why this generation is moving so fast in the path of skill is because everybody like the get rich quick syndrome. People want to make it fast. But the truth of the matter is that whether skill or education, you still need patience in order to get to the apex. Secondly, in skill is that it gives you entrepreneurial opportunity. When you have skill, many skilled workers become successful entrepreneurs, creating jobs and contributing to the economy of the nation. And then finally is what? Adaptability skills. Adaptability is also something you get from skills, because skills can be upgraded and diversified quickly in response to market demands without the rigidity of formal education. What do we mean by that? Maybe you learned how to repair a particular car and that car is fading off, another one is coming, you just quickly jump and learn that particular one. So a skilled person can easily adapt and then upgrade without having to look for a master degree in this or a master degree in that. All right, that is the case for skill. Now let's balance it up. Finding a balance, what do? The best approach is not to choose one over the other. So there is no need debating which one is better than the other, but rather you should be thinking of how do you combine your skill with education. Education provides foundational knowledge and critical thinking, while skill acquisition offers practical expertise that enhance employability. So what it means is that a student pursuing a university degree in business can also learn digital marketing skills to become self-reliant. A skilled tailor can also learn business management in school in order to become a successful entrepreneur, in order to own a successful enterprise. So whether you are skilled, you need education. And whether you're going for education, you need what? Skill. No wonder in schools today, we have entrepreneurial classes, we have entrepreneurial clubs where you can learn hands-on skill. Now, warning to every student, don't run away from school because you are skilled. Talent without character is disaster. And it is when you go to school and the school pass through you, that is why in the university, the certificates say, having met the requirement of what? Discipline and what? Character, including your pursuit for the completing all the curriculum. So discipline and character is what you look for when you go to school. So that is the reason why you have to wear your uniform, you have to go to lecture halls, you have to do assignment. All these are telling people that you have what? Discipline. So, what have we said? Instead of debating on which one is better, let's just focus on integrating both education and skills so that you can have a holistic development. I hope this video makes sense to you. If it does, please go to the comment section and tell me what you think. And from us, happy International Day for Education. I hope we have International Day for Skill Acquisition. Goodbye from Crystal Education Media. See you next time on this channel.